Okay, so in this problem it says find the dimensions of a shipping box given that the length is twice the width, the height is 8 inches, and the volume is 1,600 cubic inches. Okay, so we said if you have a rectangle, you can have a perimeter, like putting a fence around the rectangle. That is a linear measurement. Then we talked about having a rectangle and covering the area, like you're covering the floor of a rectangle. That's a square measurement. So here you would have inches, here you would have inches squared. But now we're talking about a box. It's also called a rectangular solid. I didn't take a lot of art classes, but pretend that's a box. This is going to have a volume. So how much volume, how much will it hold? What's the capacity of the box? That's going to be a cubic measurement. And in our case, it's going to be cubic inches. Okay? The way to find the volume of a box is you take the length times the width times the height. Okay? All right. Now, let me draw another box. Probably not any better than the first box. Okay. It says the length is twice the width. Okay, let's say this right here is the width. Then the length is twice or 2 times the width. So that would be the length. The length is twice the width. And then it says the height is 8 inches. Okay, I'm going to say this is the height, and that's how tall the box is, 8 inches. And the volume is 1,600. So we'll take our formula, volume equals length times width times height, and then we'll put in the things that we know. We know the volume, 1,600. We have a representation for the length, 2W, times the W. Now don't forget that W right there, because you might overlook that. The 2W is the length, right? So you've got a W and a W. All right, and then you're going to have the height, which is 8. The height is 8. Okay, so let's simplify this. 1,600 equals 16W squared. That's what that looks like. If I divide both sides by 16, then I get 100 for W squared. And you're going to take the square root of both sides. So you can write it like this. You're going to get 10 for the width. Okay, so the dimensions. The width is 10 inches. The length is twice the width, so that'll be 20 inches. And then the height, I don't know if they want you to say that again. They already told us, but it was 8 inches. And if you multiply that together, you'll get 1,600 for the volume. Okay? So that was a volume problem. It's measured, the volume is measured in cubic inches, but the width, the length, and the height, those are linear measurements, how long something is. So that's why it's just in inches, 10 inches, 20 inches, 8 inches. But if you multiplied those together, see, that would be the 1,600, and then inches times inches times inches, that gives you inches cubed. Okay, just a little extra explanation there.